All right, so today we're going to be talking about a carrier loss that everybody right now seems to be calling a win. Why is this? And we're talking about the FMCSA changes to a broker's bond. And I quote, if the available financial security falls below $75,000, which is a broker's bond minimum requirement, and the broker or freight forwarder does not replenish funds within 7 calendar days after notice from FMCSA, the agency will issue a notification of suspension of operating authority to the broker or the freight forwarder. Yay, right? This does absolutely nothing almost. I mean, is it good or is it bad, right? If we look at it that way, it's not a bad thing, so sure, you could call it a good thing, but it does almost nothing. So let me explain myself, and let's break it down. First off, how long does a broker have to pay a carrier? It's typically 30 days. Even if they have a factoring company, it's still 30 days. And so if we just look at some numbers, I got some numbers right here. Let's assume that a small brokerage, very small, does 50 loads a day. And the average load is only $1,500. Okay, it's a bad market right now. Average loads are probably right around $1,500. That's $75,000 a day. That's the entire bond is gone in one day. And they can do this for the next 30 days before anybody files on the bond because it's not due yet. And then, so let's look at what is $75,000, and then it's going to go a month. Now, we're not going to do 30 days because there's only really 20 working days in a month, right? So 20 times 75,000 would still be $1.5 million before that bond is shut down. Is that a win for carriers? This is doing essentially nothing. What it's aimed to do is to stop new carriers from working with those brokers who have recently had someone file on their bond and be paid out, so that it doesn't keep growing, so that carriers don't keep giving them credit and getting burned, right? And I understand that. And so yes, that's a good thing. But who in their right mind is not running credit on these brokers? Who's not checking the bond before working with them? Now, if you're just doing loads with them all the time, you should still be checking credit. And if your factoring company, if you have a factoring company as a carrier, then that's their responsibility. And they do this. So who's this really protecting? I mean, it does help maybe a little bit of people who are sleeping. Carriers that are sleeping and they don't run the credit like they should or check the bond like they should. But in the real world, right now, the FMCSA has just said, hey, I'm gonna give you something that's really nothing, and we want you to be happy. What stumps me is the reaction. Carriers are just thrilled. They're happy about it. I haven't seen one negative thing about this, but guess what? Brokers are happy about it too, and what should that tell you? The bond is there to protect the carriers. There needs to be an increase. In my mind, the FMCSA took the broker's bond right now in 2023 and 24, effective January 16th, 2024, this new rule, but they took this issue, this broker bond issue, and they said, that's it for now, probably. If I was a carrier, I would not be happy with that.